Innistrad Midnight Hunt is approaching, and you can become a part of the pack. All pre-orders for Innistrad Midnight Hunt products will come with an all-new exclusive Covert Go Blue Wolf token. Every single sealed product, commander deck, bundle, everything that's coming with the new set gets upgraded with a CGB token for free. Get your pre-orders in and join the Midnight Hunt. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, it's historic Brawl time, and we're brawling with a red-black commander. It is the human minion themselves. It is Chainer, Nightmare Adept, 2 black, red, 3/2 legendary human minion. Discard a card, you may cast a creature spell from your graveyard this turn. Activate only once each turn whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control. If you didn't cast it from your hand, it gains haste until end of turn. Behold, it is the Chainer deck. I know, you can't even see all of it. Disgusting. Pathetic setup, CGB. Your camera always in the way. Yeah, I already recorded the games. Camera's in the wrong place. It is what it is. You're gonna enjoy it anyway. All right, so Nightmare Adept. How do you want to play with this? And I tried a lot of things. Like, there's a lot of cards that are very fun when they have haste. I'm going to give you Itali Primal Storm as an example. Terror of the Peaks is a really cool example. But for the most part, I discovered that to be competitive and win games with the deck, I just wanted a low curve of effective cards. Because if I'm playing a bunch of cheap cards and Nightmare just makes sure that we keep playing them, it's just really solid to like get more value out of this. Also, something very important that most people don't realize about Chainer, the Nightmare Adept, when it's your commander, this comes from your command zone, which means you did not play it from your hand. And it says whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if you didn't cast it from your hand. It doesn't say other creature. It gains haste until end of turn. Chainer gives Chainer haste when you play Chainer from the command zone. So that's something a lot of people miss, that this comes in with haste. Now, say we're in the mid game, or maybe it's the late game, but I consider it the mid game in Brawl. You got like 5 or 6 mana, let's go 6 or 7 mana available, maybe you ramped once. Your opponent has interacted with a few of your creatures, killed a couple of them. And then you play Chainer from your exile zone, and you discard, and you say can cast from your graveyard a Legion War Boss, or a Hypnotic Spectre, or a Rampaging Ferocidon. And you just get in right away, and you attack with all those. It's a lot of damage out of nowhere. It's a pretty impending board presence. And if they kill it all, it can just come back again if you have enough mana. So that's why we have kind of a weird mix of low-cost spells and ramp cards. And with every creature in the deck, just assume it could come back from the graveyard with haste at some point in the mid-game. And then you start to understand the selections. But in a way, we've mashed together all kinds of things. Sacrifice, aggro, whatever other things Rakdos does, maybe that's it. Value, like we have Ravenous Chupacabra, which bringing back over and over with Chainer is kind of a lock. We have Orcus, which bringing back over and over with Chainer is also very much a lock. We have Gonti, which is really fun to take the opponent's things. Rankle is pretty amazing with Chainer because you discard creatures and then you can bring them back. It's a lot. It's a lot of good stuff, and figuring out how to wield Chainer, it's harder to explain to you, and it's better to show you. And I've got some sweet games lined up for you that I think you're going to like. So, rather than go over every single card, let's dive in and let Chainer's nonsense begin. Jace Ventura. Nice name. Ashiok. We've got the Death Shadow in our hand. Okay, haven't drawn the Death Shadow in a hot minute. What's the play? Lightning Bolt ourselves? Let's keep. We can just Faithless loot it into the graveyard, bring it back later with Chainer. Loot! We got the Idol for some ramp. We got this to sacrifice. Maybe we do give up the Bolt. Against Ashiok, I don't think the Bolt is that good. They probably aren't going to play a ramp creature. Possible we also want to give up the Idol there. Ooh. Yeah, Idol's looking super slow now. that's okay. Not the end of the world. A little pressure from the butcher. Let's see what blue-black Ashiok here wants to do. I love that you brought the sleeves with the commander. It's a good touch. Feed the swarm, that's gonna hurt you. You're gonna take a lot for that. Gonti. All right, Judith, come on down. Let's try to keep some pressure on the battlefield. Might get removed. I'd love to be able to deadly dispute, though. No. No. Don't do it. Vicious. Just killing everything. What kind of a player does this? Did we get the courtesy tap? We did. The courtesy tap from our opponent. We need another black, so I'm gonna bring the looting back. We find the black. This idol can go now. Kind of love this, and these, and this. Am I actually discarding Deadly Dispute? I guess that's not that great, and we can bring it back later with Chainer. A Deadly Dispute, man. I hate having to take that turn off, though. We alleviate so much pressure, and our opponent can exile our graveyard now with Ashiok. It's horrible. Look at him go.
Nightmares of
I guess there was no option. Has anybody told you you suck? I hate you. Courtesy taps and all. Aggression, right? Look, if this thing's on the field, our Chainer's kind of pointless, but Chainer has haste. It can kill this next turn. Gotta kill him. Alright, they kept a miscast. Do we play this? I guess so. I was thinking, are we going to need to discard it to the Rankle later, or do we discard it to Chainer? But we're not going to have a graveyard, and this isn't going to live. Like, have we learned nothing? You're really just going to try to mill me, huh? That's what this is? That's the kind of gamer you are? Okay, so mana is open. Rankle might be dying. Chainer gets blocked by the crab. We could power up the hive, and then the Ashiok dies for sure. They might have no removal. It's possible. Do we really want to waste our turn if that's the case? Let's bring out Chainer. Okay. Go away. They gotta deal with Rankle sometime. Let's see if they play that again. Maybe they're just satisfied with their mill clock, but I think their mill clock is too slow. So these are some tall libraries we got going here, okay? We're not goofing around. The manual taps. Tezzeret's Gambit. Draw 2 and proliferate. Okay. They paid 2 life for that? Okay. Blast Zone goes to 2 counters. Nice. Ox of Agonis. They're gonna need Ashiok back. Alright, I think we try for the Gonti, but we're gonna discard this probably. Actually, let's play it first. We might sacrifice it to kill the crab. Counterspell, you say? Wah! And you thought you were gonna get a video where Covert doesn't play blue. You fool. Raisin B. No. Come to daddy. All right. Each player discards, draws, and sacrifices. Crab down. 5 cards in the graveyard. The opponent has to pay 5 for the Ashiok, and it doesn't affect the board much. Okay. Eldest Reborn, Rankle gone. What's this? Next turn we discard a card? Okay. Let's bring out Chainer. Gain haste. Give it up. Drop him to 6. Goodbye, Cold Steel Heart. This Deadly Dispute has just been in my hand forever. If we had kept Lightning Bolt, we'd almost have won. Pretty big mistake. But we still have Hive. Crux of Fate. Destroy all non-dragons. Okay. So what do they think they're getting next turn? If they get from their own graveyard, it's not very good. If they get from mine, it's a lot better. So let's decline. Leave this in the command zone. We play Bag of Holding, sacrifice it to Deadly Dispute, bring out Ox. Or we play Mayhem Devil, sacrifice it to Deadly Dispute, bring out Ox. Mayhem Devil does an extra damage. And then we make sure we take all the creatures from our graveyard. If we play the bag here, we get to keep the oven. Oh, okay. You got me. All right, take the creatures, any planeswalkers if we had any. This will go back to command now. Good turn, good turn. Murderous Rider. A little bit of lifelink blocking, hey? The Ashiok theme deck plays Ashiok. Some hot news right there. Oh, we can force them to block the Chainer, but we can also power up Hive to get in. That's probably better. So what do we get rid of? Probably the command tower. Remember, it gets exiled here. Light up the stage. Think we gotta kill the Ashiok. Would love to kill the opponent, but I think the tokens are gonna make it too hard. Let's go ahead and get rid of their crab, in case they have another reanimation jutsu. Play the painter. Rumble. Opponent wants some life. Does suck to get to let them off of death's door that way. You know what I mean? Feels a little like it's slipping away. But I guess they're super vulnerable here.
I leave you.
We can attack down their Ashiok with the Chainer and the Kalane, but then we can't light the stage. Then they gain another 2 life. Chainer's losing time here. This can be a 4. I guess we do it like this, right? So tempting to leave this, but it shuts off so much of my deck.
I aspired for more.
If Chainer's on the field next turn, this can gain haste because it wouldn't be cast from my hand. Unfortunately, we can't cycle this now because we revealed it. Okay, bro. Okay. Alright, we are All Runs Epiphany Gamer. Brutal. Let's see how many turns you take in a row. Is there also a time warp? They always draw them in multiples, you know what I mean? No spell in the graveyard to bring back with the Arcanist right now. Looking pretty weak. And they go to the Ashiok again. We have 51 cards to go. What would you say you do here? Okay. Are you gonna try to defend Ashiok? Yes, no attack. Interesting. So, we discard this, we cast it from graveyard, it has haste. This has haste. This has haste. We don't want this 2/3 though, getting an easy block. And they don't want to lose a card at random, so they'll just chump here. And they'll double chump the Spectre because they want it dead. Okay, they do defend Ashiok because they do want to exile the Spectre. Oh, they're thinking about saving a bird. I mean, I like killing the Spectre, then getting it exiled. Otherwise, I can cast it again next turn if you don't protect Ashiok. Up to 10. Ugh. We had them so low. This arena, though, will probably stay on the battlefield, but it does help mill us faster. Our opponent has a blast zone on 2. They can blow up their own signet and 2 of our creatures. Blood on the Snow? Spent 1 snow mana. Aren't you glad we got rid of that crab? I'm counting on them exiling my graveyard. Now we can't give this haste. It's at 3, though. Wait, we can just recast you again? Yeah! Out! Out, I say! Before the Field of the Dead tokens take over.
Your nightmare.
What are you, 9 mana? Are we done yet? Are we done with this? Oh, there's the Field of the Dead token. Don't kill my Chainer, don't do it. I was gonna pair it with this Ox, it was gonna be fire. Phew. Wait, they got rid of Chainer instead of the arena? Do you have another solution? Or maybe they're like, yeah, that's the mill plan, bro. 12 mana to cast that. It might happen. It might happen. Croxa. Give it to him. Poor Croxa and Ox fighting Ashiok. It's messed up, man. Ashiok just exiling them every which way, and still we fight. Negate out of there. They're staring at this Ox. We really need to resolve this Ox. We could hit them for 3. And draw a card. I mean, if they discarded Negate, they're holding a counter, right? Right? Blue Mage doesn't give up all their counters, ever. Should have taken the 5-mana Ashiok. Forgot it was there till the last second. All right, down to 7. Let's go. Lean on them. They're going to charge that Blast Zone to 3 to kill the arena, perhaps? I don't know. That drops you down a land. Maybe makes it harder to make zombies. All right, they draw the land. Good deal. Good deal. Oh. 9 mana, not even gonna think about it. Blow up arena? No. Scry with castle? No. We slam Ashiok. That's what we do here. Cauldron Familiar. Not the greatest draw here. Lightning Axe. What does that do? Can discard the Cauldron Familiar. Shoot a zombie. Get in with Hive, maybe? Do I have enough mana for all this? I mean, is dropping them to 4 really the solution anyway? Probably not. I'm probably better off having a cat than casting Lightning Axe. Drain him, you know? Gotta drain him here. Predator. Whoo, Predator. And a Thieves Guild Enforcer. All right. We've got some stuff on the board. Mill me. 24 cards. Are we gonna get milled? Tell me we don't get milled. 1 card. All right. I'm gonna go for this Thieves Guild Enforcer. 1 card. Remember, they discarded a negate to keep it. I'm guessing, like, what do you do that for? A Sublime Epiphany? Oh god, it helps mill us. It helps mill us. Oh man. Chainer, but then we can't hive. I think we need to hive here. We need to try to end this. It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. Everybody attack this mage. All right, for 4. The only thing that's hitting here is the Predator. We could let it die. I ain't into that. I ain't into that. I'm going to give up this Bomat Courier because I don't want to mill myself. That's the card? That's the card. Tail's End. All right. Figure it out. Don't want to run this into this. What do we have? 1 card in the graveyard? This can attack, exile, but they have to double block it, and then they die, so they have to block here and here. Okay. That's the card, huh? Oh man. Lethal, block. They can get out of it no matter what if they trade away enough of their zombies. And they can kill this creature land, but then they end up at 3 and they're dead, potentially. I'm trying to decide if I just want to draw with this castle and see if we win the game. I could also do the same thing with the Mind Stone. Field doesn't do it. there a card that's better to take than the others? Down to 3 you go. That lightning bolt. I'm missing that lightning bolt right now. Off the top for the opponent. It's gotta be good. They mill me down to 17 cards in my hundo stack. The cat's gone. The ox is gone. The chainer still has haste though, if it comes out of the command zone for a mere 12 mana. That's a big shark. Oh my lord. That's a huge shark. And a land so that they can play a zombie, which is why they did it when they did it. Draw first. Chupacabra. That's game. Ooh. Get him. Ravenous Chupacabra. Let's... You've earned... I got an exile thing. You've earned my respect. A battle to be sure. Jace Ventura, your name and your dueling style impresses the one in Best of One. Man, you're telling me I recorded 2 videos with my camera in the wrong place and they were sweet games? I'm keeping them. I don't care. You want to see something funny? Go through the comments. Look at all the lightweights whining about my camera position. Oh my god, I hate your camera position. They're already gone. They're too weak to continue. They're too weak to watch a whole video. Their poor little sensibilities can't handle it. All right, let's scry it up. Yes, we could use the land. This hand is interesting in so many ways, but our opponent's got ramp. We don't, so we're already in trouble. Guess we Croxa, but we could also discard the Croxa to the Lightning Axe later. We could bag here so that when we discard Croxa later it's exiled, we get it back later. Nah, we want this in the graveyard. It's the play. It's the play. Vorinclex down, beautiful. Life Crafter's nonsense. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1, you may cast a creature. Oh, draw a billion card. Whatever. Just endless value. Nice. Let's play the Arcanist. Let's play Bag of Holding, which is a little awkward since we have to exile spells that we discard. So we gotta be careful how we use it. Okay, never mind. Opponent just decided they're going to obliterate that idea anyway. It's fine. Now it's in the graveyard. We can keep feeding our graveyard. I wasn't sure if we wanted that anyway. Yawgmoth. Sacrifice a creature. Pay 1 life. Put a -1/-1 counter on something. Draw a card. Busted. Absolutely wild. Let's see if the opponent has a way to kill it. Mono green, killing things. Nissa who shakes the world. Great. Awesome. Harbinger. And they draw a card. This is just stupid. Alright. We can play Chainer. We can discard this Swamp. Roast this Harbinger. Gotta kill this. I would love to kill this, but if we don't do this, we can't kill Nissa. And Nissa has to die, or we lose the game.
Forgive me.
4 cards in the graveyard. We're gonna need a few more. This discards, so it automatically goes to 5. We can sacrifice to Yawgmoth to go to 6. Alright, finally bringing out the Goreclaw. Creatures with power 4 or greater cost 2 less. When it attacks, each creature power 4 or greater gets +1/+1 in trample. I mean, it's a... Don't let it fool you. It's a sweaty green deck. It is a nasty, sweaty green deck. They're like, I have a cute, cool bear commander. Nah, your deck is brutal. All right, that is an amazing draw. Dead. And we get to cast a spell from our graveyard. We're on 5. We could sacrifice this and draw and discard again. Or no, we can only discard once. So we can't get it up to enough. So let's put full control. Cast this from the graveyard. Put the ability on the stack. Let's resolve the first ability and make them choose their discard. This will guarantee it haste, but it can't attack because it's not going to stay. It's still going to sacrifice. So we're going to pay 1 life and sacrifice it to put a -1/-1 counter on the forest. Good draw. Anything else we really want to do here? I guess we could sacrifice Arcanist to put another -1/-1 on it if it blocks the Chainer. So let's send. No blocks. Say go. $18 is a long way to go. But we have our Chainer. It's on the field. We have Yawgmoth on the field, so a couple of must deal with threats. Our opponent is rampant and card drawn. Card drawn and rampant. But that tome play might be desperate. Like, considering how much they've gotten out of their bestiary, considering that they ramped and we didn't, feels like we should be losing this game. They're gonna get back Nissa. That's pretty strong. Give up the Arsonist. Not really bringing anything back at the moment. Oh, and then behold, 2 things. So we can discard a card to cast the Arsonist from the graveyard. This says, whenever it enters the battlefield, if you didn't cast it from your hand, it gains haste. Okay. What about Kroxa? You can escape Kroxa, it'll have haste. That's pretty, that's solid. That's solid. He'll have to exile a lot of other things, though. Oh man, so many cool choices. Sorry, Ox. Not today. Let's go. Sorry guys, this is complicated, all right? Haste. Attack. Oh, Bone Shards kill this. Take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And they're down a forest. Oh, your Nissa will not save you there. Whoa. Tajic? Is that the name? Haven't seen this card in forever. Tajic, Legion's Edge. haste, mentor, prevent all non-combat damage, and gains first strike till end of turn. Very aggressive, very fast legend. We must be defensive. This hand is actually good for it, except we don't have our colors. So I'm gonna take the mulligan. And we have our colors now, and this hand is also okay. Don't know about this Death Shadow. This Death Shadow has been in every opening hand so far. It's kind of funny out of a 100 card deck to see that. I guess we could pay some life. Am I doing that? Am I really paying some life? We'll wait till next turn to unleash our Death Shadowiness. We can get ourselves down to like 17. It's fine. This is fine. What is the matter with me? Are we really playing Death Shadow Brawl? I guess we're gonna put it off a little bit longer. Valky. I'm sure you have creatures. Show me some good ones. Alseed, Eidolon, Nagda, Remorseful Cleric, Seasoned Hollowblade. Those are all insane. What's the best thing to take? If we take the Remorseful Cleric, they don't have a flying blocker for the Hypnotic Spectre. I guess that's it. Kind of narrow, but hitting with the Hypnotic Spectre is one way we get into this game. I mean, I'm sure you attack. Little do you know, I am a Death Shadow player now. This is all part of my plan. Uh-huh. Here's Magda trying to fix some mana issues. Let's see if they block this. Don't think they want to. They want the mana. We could smash it. Keep them off the mana. But I think I'm gonna play this greedy. They drew the land anyway. They play the Tajic anyway. Busted. Just busted. Just wait till you meet Death Shadow. We need to draw some spells, though. There's no spells on either side of the board. It's kind of disgusting. Alright, could block the Tajic. Instead of worrying about hitting with Hypnotic Spectre. No. I'm a maniac like that. This again plays right into my Death Shadow plan. Lightning Bolt. It has to hit the Tajic. It'll deal 0 damage to these. All right, card at random. Prepare to taste RNG. Could do it with this on the stack, but if they have another protection spell, it's brutal. I don't know, man. We're at 13. I go to 10. I play Death's Shadow. Also gonna play this Direfleet Daredevil. Let's go. What about Bolt myself, make a 6/6? Oh boy. I mean, that's less risky, right? If they have some kind of a protection spell. I'm so bad at playing Death Shadow. Like, I always mess it up. I find a way, you know what I mean? I'll attack with my Luris to kill my own Death Shadow. I don't care. I'm an absolute Death Shadow renegade, okay? All right, we're moving to combat. If you mentor here, do I care? Not much. Kind of weird to not play this first. So they've got something. So we really need to kind of hold this shadow as long as we can. So, first strike, anybody? This has first. This can gain first strike. Man, is Bolt Myself the play? Bolt Myself might be the play. If we do this, the opponent has to give it first strike. And if they don't, we bolt it. If we block nothing else and they somehow pump both things, could be so bad for us. First strike ability activated. It's a trade now, though. I think what they plan to do is play Hollow Blade, and we can bolt it. That would tap it. Is that good? It's not that good. Let's keep our Dire Fleet Daredevil, if we can. Because we could top deck a red, and then we want to play Goblin Dark Dwellers, and flashback Lightning Bolt. Close game. I have no idea if I'm doing well. I have no idea if I'm doing this right, but I know I have a 9/9 Death Shadow. That I do know. I mean, we're threatening to attack for lethal if we top deck the land, so they have to play something to block. And they do. Are they going to use those treasures? Yep, here comes Seasoned Hollowblade. There's the land. So if we attack with Death Shadow, they definitely block. It's way better to hold it back and play defense, right? But we should attack with the Hypnotic Spectre. And what should we Lightning Bolt? Magda? Probably Magda. Let's attack with Spectre first. We definitely don't want the Charger to chump and then kill the Daredevil and leave us in such a vulnerable position. So we'll just take a card from you. It is the Alcide, so there's still a mystery card. Here's the Dark Dwellers. It's like Snapcaster Mage, only it's 5 mana, red, has Menace. Bolt the Magda. Can the opponent just win the game here? There's probably cards that do it. I'm sure they play Lightning Bolt. There is a Fireblade Charger on the battlefield that can attack that we have to block, or not, you know, go to 3. Lightning Bolt would do it. So would Lightning Helix. I'm sure they're both in the deck. To combat. Yep. Well, if they're going to deal it to face, they're going to do it anyhow. No way to stop them. Goes after Valky. Okay. Well, at least we take that top deck Helix, top deck Bolt off the table a little. So they can play the Cleric and block the Spectre, must be the plan. Okay, Spellbinder, no hand. So that's a trade with the Spectre. Top deck is a land. Do we have any 1-mana creature? Just the Death Shadow. Opponent will block that with Hollow Blade. I mean, we need to block this. We want to play Chainer. Chainer doesn't want to attack, though. I mean, do we attack with the Shadow? Because these can hold the ground. Yeah, I guess we just try to draw a card out of them. But if they want to block the Dwellers, they have to double block and give something up, which we would love that. Because we can get things back. Maybe just both. The answer is both. Gutsy. But we have to be gutsy here. They take it all and go to 2? What a maniac. They must have something up their sleeve. Now I feel like I've lost the game. They made that decision really quickly. Like, they need... A removal spell alone doesn't do it. They also need 1 more point of damage. I wouldn't have done this play if they could do it with just a removal spell. That could be a point of damage. 2 mana removal, and you win? I think they got it, guys. All right. Well, we do get to block. It's got to be a Bolt or a Helix then. Out of the 100-card deck, did they draw Bolt or Helix? Or both? They discard. They discard the Cleric. Oh my gosh, it's so close. The slow roll. The slow roll. Why are you making me sweat so much? Oh, they're trying to draw it? They're trying to draw Lightning Bolt. Well, it's Robber of the Rich. Oh man, what a sweaty game. And we are back for the post-game wraps and the final notes on this particular deck. And there's a lot of customization. The Death Shadow might be really cute, but as you saw, it made for a really exciting and interesting game. The Madness spells are almost always useful. The ramp actually comes in really handy when you need a ton of lands to play your Chainer, but not when you're curving out, so it's kind of bipolar in that way. But in a nutshell, it's a combination of a ton of reasonably costed black and red spells I like, and Chainer Nightmare Adept to make sure that we never run out of gas and that our threats are constantly attacking with haste. And I like it. If I'm not going to play blue, I really do like being able to turn to something like this. This kind of deck is just the nonsense I'm looking for when I'm slamming in the Historic Brawl queue. And also, I made a Chainer Commander deck. Maybe I'll put that on Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter to see my Commander decks, that's probably where I'll post them. So I hope you enjoy the Historic Brawl videos. I hope that they are inspiring you to play some Historic Brawl with some of your favorite cards. It's certainly working for me, and it's a good break, a good kind of format and chill when you're had enough ranked ladder in your life. So thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. My camera is fine. I don't leave it in that position on purpose. It's just a mistake. I'm sorry. Jeez. If you made it this far, you're cool.